Yeah, we back. Oh my goodness, brothers. Why do these women keep giving me so much content? Why do they keep giving me so much content? Back again with another one, man. Not even gonna waste no time. We gonna jump straight into it. Run the footage. Let's go.
Finding a black man that genuinely desires a dark-skinned woman has been interesting, right? Because every black man I've dated, their type was always exotic, meaning light skin, curly hair. Like, that's not exotic.
Green eyes.
Hello. She's just mixed, babe. She's just mixed. That's been my experience. But I'm someone who dates outside of my race. I date inside. I date all around. You know what I'm saying? If you fine, you fine. But my experience in dating like European men or white men or just mixed race men or men of different cultures just treat women differently.
Now, let's take a look at some of the reactions on social media. This lady said, "Girl, you'll be adored in Paris and any European country." Man, listen, these conversations are always funny to me, man, when you hear women talk, because as we speak right now, the government in Paris is trying to destroy an African nation right now. If you've been watching my channel and you've been following my political videos, then you already know what I'm talking about. That's why I feel there's a disconnect between black men and black women, because on my channel, we're talking about how black men are doing diplomatic and economic warfare against the French government, and black women talking about how the men in Paris, they love black folks. They love the black women. They love it. So in my opinion, there's a large disconnect between black men and black women, man. Because the black man is talking about down with the French government, free the African continent. And the black women talking about, girl, go to Paris. The men in France, they love black women. They love black women. Yeah, they love black women. Tell that to the woman in Niger. Tell that to the woman in Senegal. Tell that to the woman in Ivory Coast. Tell that to the woman in Benin. Tell that to the woman in Haiti. Y'all women, man, listen, that's why I say I'm not compatible with none of these women that date outside their race. Imagine having a geopolitical conversation with the woman with this mindset, bro. You talking about the coup in Niger, and she talking about, yeah, I love Paris. Yeah, Paris is so beautiful and elegant and so luxurious. I love France. Bro, I'm just not compatible with the vast majority of these women, man. I'm just really not. I'm not compatible with the vast majority of y'all. We on two different planets, to be honest with you. And that goes back to what I say about black men, the importance of choosing the proper mother for your children. Imagine your mother looks up to European countries, got admiration for European countries. She's gonna raise you to be a little European butt kisser just like her. You're gonna be a little European butt kisser. Oh, France, London, oh my God. France, London, Spain, oh my God. You're gonna be a little European butt kisser because women are the primary transmitters of culture. They're the first teachers of the children. So that's why I say the mindset of the woman is most important. Don't look at the physical appearance. The mindset is what's most important, because guess what? She's not going to have that appearance when she's 75 years old, but she's still going to have the wisdom. She's still going to have that mindset intact, and she's going to transmit that down to the children. So the mindset is number one. And the reason why these women may not be successful with, you know, the high level black men, the high level intelligent black men that they want, is because once they probably have a conversation, they realize, oh man, yeah, this is an airhead. You know, this is an airhead. She loves white folks. She loves white culture. She loves European civilization. We're not compatible. I'm a black man. I'm a real black man. I love my people. I'm down for my people, and that's what it is. So you're a European butt kisser. So me and you, we got nothing in common, baby. We can smash for like 3 months, and after that, I'm moving on to the next. Let's continue. This person said, "Here we go with the same washed up talking points. While other races are learning to fly to the moon, we're on podcasts talking about black men hate me, I'm dark." Oh man, let's continue. "Maybe it's just me, but casually speaking about how voluminous your dating background is while glorifying the white experience without an actual ring to show for it is not a flex." This person said, "I'm glad I never had to deal with this issue as a dark-skinned woman. I'm always praised by black men because of my skin. This is not all black men. Maybe it's a preference, accept it and move on, because you will find one that will desire you so much. Constantly talking about it and pushing this colorist preference issue is making us dark-skinned women look defeated, because I would never let myself ever think a lighter woman is better than me because of her complexion. That is mad." This lady said, "It's self-hate, but they'll call it a preference. Black women, please don't restrict your dating options." Now, the paradox when they say don't restrict your dating options. Okay, so you're going to date outside the race. Who is going to be the product of that relationship? It's going to be a nice mixed race looking woman, right? So your daughter is going to be, you're going to manufacture the same thing that you claim to hate, right? The men are colorists, they want light-skinned women. So my solution to this is I'm going to go make more light-skinned women in the population. That's why I'm saying, like, the critical thinking skills is not really there, which is common among women who date outside the race. The critical thinking skills, the three-dimensional thinking is not really there. And that's why I typically avoid those women, because just having a conversation with them, you realize, man, the IQ ain't really all the way there, man. The IQ ain't really all the way there. You can't really have a deep conversation with the vast majority of them, man. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Just Like I told you, like that first lady who was talking about, go to Paris. They love us in France. Meanwhile, the French government is trying to destroy an African nation. The entire European Union has sanctions crippling the economy of an African nation. All those black women suffering can't even make a living inside the African nation. But this lady talking about the Frenchmen, they love us. The Frenchmen, they love. Bro, I'm saying there's a big disconnect in the mindsets. Like, between the intelligent black man and the black woman. Like, there's a big disconnect, man. There's a big disconnect. We see the world in totally different ways, bro. Totally different ways. For example, they're singing the praises of French European men. Meanwhile, the intelligent black man, he wants to destroy the economy of the French government. He wants to destroy France. He wants France reduced to a third world country as revenge for his ancestors. We're just two different people, man, on two different planets. We just don't have the same worldview. You want to hold hands with the world? I don't want to hold hands with the world. I want to hold hands with my folks, my people, my community. I want to keep this money inside the family. I want to keep this power inside the family. Everything my family built, I'm not trying to share it with anybody else outside my culture, outside my community. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not going to sit at the dinner table with anybody else but my people. I'm going to eat with my people. That's my mentality. And if I have the mentality of I'm going to eat with my people, I cannot invite a woman to my table. I cannot invite a woman to my table if she has the mentality of I want to hold hands with the French. I want to hold hands with the British. I want to hold hands with the Spanish. Listen, we not the same. We just not the same, man. We just not the same. You know, we not the same. And I guarantee a large part of the reason why many black women are not successful with the type of black men that they want, you know, intelligent, forward-thinking, driven, innovative, down for his community, is because as soon as you open your mouth and have a conversation, he realizes you a bonehead. He realizes you a bonehead. And because he's an intelligent black man, he knows I cannot build anything with a bonehead. Because if I make her the mother of my children, I'm going to have a bunch of little boneheads running around the goddamn house, man. It's going to be a whole family of boneheads except me. And I'm going to be the biggest bonehead because I got this bonehead pregnant. That's a large unspoken reason why y'all don't really have the success with the black men that you want. The black man with the mentality that you want. Because the black man with the mentality that you want, that loves his people, loves his women, he's not going to be tolerating none of that bullshit. He's not going to be compatible with none of that bullshit. As soon as you open your mouth, he going to know trash. He gonna smash a few months and be gone and find something more suitable, find something more compatible. That's the reality. I know it hurts your feelings. You can blame the light-skinned women, but the truth of the matter is your personality and your worldview is not compatible with the black man that you want. You're more compatible with the European that you butt kissing. Now let's continue. This brother said, I was with her until she trashed us. If you're happy over there, they can have you. Imagine complaining that a black man is attracted to a black woman that's lighter than you, only to put entire other races above black men. Make that shit make sense. To think I was ready to run to her defense. Man, listen. On my channel, we discuss that all the time, man. All the time. All the time. When these women discuss what black men are doing, they become revolutionary Black Panthers. They become, you know what I'm saying, Harriet Tubman. They want the black man to keep it black. They want the black man with the darkest black woman. Meanwhile, you ask them, they talking about, man, we going to France, we going to London, we going to Barcelona. They ain't keeping nothing black. They want to hold hands with the whole world. Oh, everybody love us. The Europeans, they love us. But when it comes to the black man, oh, the black man, you got to keep it inside the black community. You got to love the black community. That's why I don't deal with women that date outside their race, man. I don't, because the personality you got. The personality you got, I know you some slimy shuckster type of personality. Because if you don't hold the same standards for yourself that you hold against me as a black man, I know you got a shiesty personality. You got a slimy personality. You cannot be trusted. I cannot make you the mother of my children. You a slimy type of personality, and I'm not compatible with no slimy type women, no slimy sleazeball type women. If your standards change based on the situation, if you can't hold the same standards for yourself that you do on me, then I'm not trying to hear it, man. I'm not trying to hear that shit. Because if you go back to the video, she said, I date all races. She don't discriminate. But then she wants to say that black men prefer mixed women. So then I gotta ask you, who created the mixed women? Who created all those mixed women down in Brazil, down in Colombia, down in Argentina, down in the Dominican Republic? Who created those women? Who created all these mixed race women? It was you and the goddamn white man. You and the goddamn white man created millions of these damn women, bruh. And then you want to turn around and say, okay, so my solution to the black man allegedly chasing after the light-skinned women is I'm going to run back to that same white man and we're going to make more light-skinned women together. We're going to make more light-skinned babies together. That's the grand solution. That's the grand finale. That's why I say the IQ level just ain't hitting, bro. The IQ level ain't hitting how it's supposed to, man. The IQ level just not hitting. Black men like light-skinned women. So I'm going to go and date a white man so I can make more light-skinned women. And then the dark-skinned black woman of the next generation, she gonna be looking around like, damn, all these black men chasing after the light-skinned women. So my solution is I'm gonna go make more light-skinned babies. And then the cycle continues. The cycle continues. Y'all gonna keep complaining about the light-skinned women, then keep reproducing the same light-skinned women over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. And that's why I say the vast majority of y'all women who trying to hold hands with other races, your IQ level is just not hitting. your knowledge of history and geopolitics is just not hitting how it's supposed to. And that's probably why you're not compatible with the man that you want to be with. Because a man that you want to be with, yeah, a man of intelligence, a man of elegance, a man of stature and importance, he's not really trying to run around with no boneheads on his arm. You know what I'm saying? He's not trying to run around with no goddamn bonehead like yourself. You know, you look pretty decent, but you're a goddamn bonehead. The mindset is garbage, trash, straight trash, up and down. So what can a black man really do with you, to be honest with you, except have a good time for a few months and move on to the next? Let's be honest with you. Let's be honest. And brothers, I run into women like this all the time, bro. All the time. Like I told you. After a few conversations with me, a lot of women can pretty much determine my mindset and how I see the world. So typically, they like to present themselves a certain way, right? So they're going to see, oh, I'm extra, you know, I'm down for my people. I'm extra pro-black. I'm down for the black community, things like that. But I told y'all, man, just give them a few lines of questioning. And all that energy just evaporates, man. All that energy evaporates. Oh yeah, you down for your community? All that shit. Okay. So what's your opinion on interracial dating and things like that? Oh, I don't discriminate. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But when it comes to the black man, oh, the black man don't appreciate the dark chocolate. The black man don't appreciate his women. Oh, his self-reflection. His mama was black. But then when it comes to you run around playing in the snow. You run around with a carton of sugar. You run around with the vanilla wafers and all that shit. I just don't understand. I don't understand the mentality, man. I don't understand the mentality. So it's okay for you to chase after the Europeans and make light-skinned women, make mixed race babies. But then if I go out and chase your mixed race offspring, I'm in the wrong. I'm in the wrong. Okay. You claim that the black man is chasing after the light-skinned woman and the white woman. So your grand solution to that final problem is I'm going to go make more light-skinned women and I'm going to go link up with the white woman's brother. That's the grand solution. That's the grand finale. Yo, man, listen, I'm glad y'all are not scientists and mathematicians. I'm glad y'all are just models and podcasters, and y'all are not in charge of anything functional in society. Because with this level of reasoning, I'm glad y'all are just sit there and look pretty. Okay, just sit there and look good. We don't need y'all to open your mouth. Let's continue. Now, I'm going to jump into some of these videos from the podcast, right? We're going to take a look at some of these clips, and I'm going to provide some of my commentary. Let's go.
So I dated a French guy. I dated an Italian man, but like American Italian, not like Italian Italian. Okay. And then I dated 2 black men. And it's just like very different. Like the French guy adored me. Right. Like just, they don't have black people over there. Like he loved me. Loved me. Like his type was just black woman. Loved a black woman. And that man just, the ground I walked on, kissed it.
Brothers, that's why I'm telling you, you got to have discernment. Whenever a woman comes around talking to you about, oh, the black community, we got to stick together, the black community, the black man got to stick with the black woman. These women love talking about that. But then look how they openly convert with our open enemies. Keep in mind, the French white man is the open enemy of the black man. He's been that way since we met this motherfucker. Yeah, the French white man is the enemy of the black man. It is what it is, bro. Geopolitically, economically, that's what it is. I'm gonna just come out and say it point blank. That's why I say there's a major disconnect between black men and black women. Because the French government right now is trying to launch a proxy war into a West African nation right now, putting black women in danger, trying to crush the economy of a West African nation as we speak, putting the livelihood of black women in danger. But then these same black women will tell us that Frenchmen love us and they worship the ground that we walk on. That's why I say there's a big disconnect between black men and black women, bro. There's a big disconnect. There's a big disconnect that it's just very wide. It's very wide, very wide. Like I'm speaking for the conscious, intellectual, high level thinking black man, the 3-dimensional thinking black man. There's a large disconnect between black men like that and the average black woman. There's a large disconnect, a massive disconnect, because the type of black man that appreciates dark skinned women and appreciates black women, loves black women, wants to marry a black woman, start a black family, that type of man, once he hears your rhetoric talking about how much you love the Europeans and the Europeans, they love us, that type of man, he gonna pack up his luggage, man. He gonna pack up his bags and be like, oh shit, we got one of those. Oh, okay. All right, we got one of those. Okay, I'm gonna smash like 7 times and I'm gonna delete her number after that because I already know what type of time she on. And also, the type of black man who appreciates dark-skinned women is typically the type of black man who only dates inside his race. Like myself, I'm one of those black men. But as soon as I hear the fact that, you was in Paris, you was in London getting smashed by the white boys, I'm gone, man. I'm gone. So I think a lot of women have to really introspect on why you cannot obtain the black men that you want to obtain. Another reason why is many of those black men already have wives. Many of those black men already have girlfriends. They've already found a woman that shares his same mentality, that he's compatible with, and he is locking that down. He's found a woman that works for him, and he is out the game. He's off the market. Yeah, those men, a lot of those men are off the market. They found a woman with her head on straight, and they are off the market. Because they realize it's too many boneheads in the street. I need to find me a decent black woman and retire out the streets, man. That's the reality. A lot of black men with the mentality that you want, that appreciate the black woman, as you say, a lot of those men are already married, already taken. A lot of those men, once they realize you have a certain mentality, they throwing you in the trash. Once they find out you dead outside your race, they throwing you in the trash, because he doesn't date outside his race. If he's a black man that appreciates the black woman, he's down for his community. He's not gonna be really trying to deal with a woman that dates outside her race like that. He's not gonna be dealing with a black woman that's trying to run around Europe like that, because that type of man, he's gonna want to go to Africa. He doesn't want to go to Europe. He doesn't want to take a trip to Europe. He wants to go to Senegal. He wants to go to Ivory Coast. He wants to go to Nairobi, Kenya. He wants to go somewhere on the African continent. He does not want to go to Europe. So that right there, that's a disconnect right there. You want to go to Paris. He wants to go to Dakar, Senegal. You want to go to London. He wants to go to Johannesburg. And one thing I don't like is individuals who try to hold people to a certain standard that they do not follow. And that goes for both genders. You see me, I'm critical. I can launch criticism against black women who date outside their race, because I don't date outside my race. I'm not living in hypocrisy. But I don't like people who live in hypocrisy. For example, this lady right here, you said you don't discriminate. So why are you trying to hold black men to a racial standard? If you don't discriminate, who cares if black men are chasing light-skinned women? Because according to you, you plan to reproduce even more light-skinned women. Your daughter is not going to come out looking anything like you. Your daughter is going to come out looking like the women down in Santo Domingo. Okay, so what are we even talking about here? You're not serious. My children are not going to come out looking like no mixed race individuals. My children are going to come out looking like black men and black women, black boys and black girls. Your kids are going to come out looking like some damn Dominicans. Okay, so what is your beef? What is your beef if black men chase after light-skinned women when you have no plans to make any dark-skinned babies? You don't plan to make any dark-skinned babies, so who cares what black men are doing? And I say the same thing to the brothers. Brothers, don't come into my comment section and talking about it's time to get white women. It's time to go. No, I'm not going to chase after no goddamn white women, bro. I'm not going to sit at the Thanksgiving dinner table with a white father-in-law. I'm not going to do that, bro. I'm not going to eat with no foreigners. Okay. I'm not going to eat at the Thanksgiving dinner table with no foreigners. Don't come into my comment section talking about it's time to get the white women. It's time to get, no, I'm not doing none of that shit, bro. I'm not doing none of that shit, because I'm not going to sit at the table with her father and her brother. I don't fuck with them folks. So anyways, let's continue.
Loved a black woman, and that man just, the ground I walked on, kissed it. But we broke up. We didn't have anything in common. I didn't even know that man's middle name. Like, I couldn't understand a thing that man was saying, but we had so much fun together. We just got wasted and partied. Shout out Emil, you're great. Then my first love was like the Italian, like, you know, American Italian guy, and again, adored me, loved me. Like, it was great. Different, because I was his first black woman, and his family like would walk on eggshells, like, can they say black? You know, like, it was just weird. But it was, again, I was genuinely that man's type, you know? Even though I was his first black woman, he just like would always have a crush on a black girl, would always ask a black girl to be his Valentine.
Bro, this sounds like a goddamn disaster. That goes back to what I said. I'm not trying to sit at the Thanksgiving dinner table with no foreigners, bro. I only want to sit with a woman that shares my reflection, bro. Just not even on some Umar Johnson type shit, bro. Just I feel comfortable around my folks, man. Passing the plate around with my folks, man. The only cultures I care to learn about is different cultures throughout the diaspora or the African continent. Anything besides that, I promise you, I don't give a fuck. I don't have any interest in learning it. Don't care to learn shit about it. I'm telling you right now, I don't care to learn shit about it. I don't care to learn shit about your culture. Don't care. Unless you're a black woman, to be honest with you. That's my opinion. I don't give a fuck about your culture, bro. I'm not trying to assimilate with you. I don't care. I'm not trying to share my family treasures with you. I'm not trying to break open the family safe and share the treasure with you. Not feeling that. Not feeling that, bro. Not feeling that. So, you know, these ladies right here, man, you know, like I said, another typical fake pro-black divestor trying to hold black man to a certain standard to which she herself, she don't maintain, right? She say black man chasing after the light-skinned women, things like that. But you run around with the goddamn Italians and the European Frenchmen. And nothing is coming of it. You're not getting no ring. You're not getting no marriage, no long-term commitment. You said we just sat around and just partied and got drunk and had sex. That's all you doing with the European. That's all you doing with them, bro. The same shit y'all been doing, sitting around having sex. Same shit y'all been doing for centuries. Just sitting around with the European having sex, wasting your time, wasting your life. And you wonder why those black men with the mindset that you desire, you cannot get in contact with those men. You cannot get access to those men for any long-term commitment or any long-term relationship. Because as soon as they have a conversation with you, they know exactly which category to place you in. They know exactly what they're dealing with. Because they run into that same bullshit all the time. I promise you that. So ladies, let me let you in on a little secret, right? The type of black man that you want with the proper mindset that you want that appreciates black women, as soon as he finds out that you be dealing outside the race, he's not going to take you serious. He's not going to take you serious because he sees that we do not share the same worldview. We are not compatible. A black man like that is typically a cultural preservationist. He wants to conserve his culture. He wants to conserve his identity. He wants to conserve his ancestry. You are a woman. You don't care about none of that shit. You are trying to mix and mingle and intermix and race mix and exchange culture and link up with the Europeans and the Italians and the Frenchmen and the Englishmen. So you are not compatible with that type of black man. You're not compatible with him. You are compatible with the black man who wants to date with the white girls and wants to date with the Spanish girls and wants to date with the light-skinned girls, because you are one and the same. You and that black man are one and the same. That is your male counterpart. That is your natural counterpart. Y'all both chasing the light skin. Y'all both chasing the melanin deficient population. Y'all one and the same. Y'all made for each other, man. Y'all made for each other. So y'all need to come together and make some bonehead babies together. You know what I'm saying? Make a big family of bonehead babies. Let's continue.
I am going to Europe for the first time.
You haven't? Wait, I didn't know you've never been.
I've never been, girl. That's why this trip is huge for me. So I wanted to do like a European summer. It's the end of the summer. So I'm just going to end my summer in Europe. I'm really excited. I'm going to London, Paris, and Rome, I think. And I'm just like scouting for cuffing season. You know what I mean? I'm going to build the roster, have some tryouts.
European men?
Yeah. I'm probably going to come back engaged. Like, I literally told my mom this and she believes me. Like, my type is very Euro. Like, I love a Euro man. So yeah.
I think we need to come together and make a rule, right? For example, if you date across the rainbow, across the spectrum, then you are not allowed to criticize the dating choices of the opposite gender. For example, I'm well within my rights to make these videos because I'm not living in hypocrisy. I'm not chasing after the white woman. I have no interest in any woman who's not black. But something I cannot stand is when these women try to hold black men to a standard. Meanwhile, that same standard, you don't even hold it for your goddamn self. Like I said before, you got a problem because the black man chasing after the light-skinned women. But you trying to fly to Europe to find a husband to have some light-skinned babies, to have a light-skinned daughter. You're not serious, man. You're not serious. You're not a critical thinker. And because you're not serious and you're not a critical thinker, the type of black man that you get, yeah, it's some low-level thinking type of black man. You don't get the high-level thinking type of black man because you're not compatible with that black man. The type of black man that you want, who you said appreciates the dark-skinned woman, appreciates the black woman, he's not going to link up with a black woman talking about, I'm trying to fly to Europe so I can find a husband. I want to go to Europe and I want to get... No. That type of black man, he's going to throw you in the goddamn recycle bin. He's going to move on and be like, this is nothing serious going on here. This is a bonehead. I'm not going to do nothing serious with this lady because she don't got the mentality necessary for me to do anything serious. I cannot establish anything here. Imagine a lady with this mentality raising your children, bro. Going back to what I said, the importance of black men choosing the right mother for your children. What type of lessons, what type of cultural values will she pass down to your children when she has this mentality? She is a European butt kisser. The only thing black about her is her outer appearance. But in mentality, her interior is nothing black about this woman, bro. This woman is about as black as Kylie Jenner, bro. This woman is about as black as Selena Gomez. This woman is about as black as goddamn Princess Diana. This woman is about as black as goddamn Queen Elizabeth. This woman is not black. She's not black. You know, by coincidence, she was born from a black man and a black woman, but that's about it. You know, that's about it. They did not pass down any cultural values, any proper mentality down to her. She's not black. She's not black. And that's why I say the mindset is what's most important, because you can get a woman like this. Okay, she's dark skinned, but her mentality is white as snow. Her mentality is white as the goddamn paint on my goddamn wall right now. So you get with this woman. Okay, you with a dark skinned woman, but it's no different than having a white girl on your arm mentally. With the mentality she got, it's no different than having a goddamn Becky on your arm, bro. This a Becky. You're a goddamn Becky. You're a white woman. You're a white woman. That's why you want to go to the white woman's homeland, Europe. You want to go to the white woman's homeland, Europe, so you can get with her brother and her cousin. You're a white woman. Nothing black about you. Because the real black man, we going to Africa. We going to West Africa, South Africa, East Africa. We're not going to goddamn the capital of France. We're not going to goddamn London. We're not going to Sweden and Switzerland. We're not doing that shit, bro. So I think we need to open a different level of conversation. The reason why a lot of black women cannot get the black men that they want is because you don't have the mindset compatible with the black men that you want. You're a bonehead. You don't got nothing up inside. You're a black woman in physical appearance and an outer vessel, but interior, you're not black at all. Nothing black about you. Your mentality is white as snow. Let's continue.
I mean, I could definitely see you with a European man.
Oh my God, it's like my type. To a T. Yeah, my type is definitely like a little Euro. Like I love the blending of two cultures. I don't know.
That goes back to what I said, man. These women, they are integrationists. They are assimilationists. They want to hold hands with the world, but they want the black man to be a cultural preservationist, and I don't understand that. They want the black man to be a conservative, maintain the culture, maintain the race, maintain the identity. But when it comes to them, they holding hands with the whole community. They holding hands with the Frenchmen. They holding hands with the Britishman. And out of her own words, she said she doesn't have anything in common with these men. Culturally, she has nothing in common with these men. That's what she said out of her own mouth. And I feel the same way. I don't got nothing in common with the European woman. That's why I would never hop on a plane and fly to Europe. I would never hop on a plane and fly to Paris. I just wouldn't, because what are we going to talk about? I'm going to want to talk about geopolitics. I'm going to want to talk about some of the latest books that I'm reading. I'm going to want to talk about some high level shit. And what logically is a white woman going to talk to me about, bro? I'm going to be talking about the latest coup in Niger. I'm going to be talking about ECOWAS sanctions. What is the white woman going to talk to me about, bro? Kylie Jenner's new lip gloss or some dumb shit? Kylie Jenner's new, clothing line? I don't care about none of that dumb shit, bro. But like I said, I don't want to sit at the dinner table. I don't want to sit at the table and break bread with any woman that's not black. Any woman that's not black. The only culture I'm interested in mixing with is a black culture, bro. A black culture. Yeah. I'm open to mixing cultures with a woman from Senegal, Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso, Mali, Congo, Angola, Mississippi, Virginia, Maryland. I'm open to any of that. Nigeria, Tanzania, Gabon. Listen, I'm open to all of that. But I ain't flying to no goddamn London. I'm not flying to France to go link up with the women at the Eiffel Tower. I'm not interested in that. Because that's who I am. That's who I am. See, the mentality I have, I would be compatible with what she wants. But once I have a conversation with her, I know we wouldn't be compatible, and it would be a very short conversation. And I would block you on all social platforms after that, because you're not serious. You full of shit, man. You full of shit. How you gonna bring up all these standards and all this crap? And a bunch of women in the comment section talking about, oh, black men got self-hate. The black man is this and that. Meanwhile, y'all sitting there trying to chase the white Frenchman, and the white Frenchman is trying to destroy an African nation as we speak. Sometimes I feel like a lot of y'all folks is just half asleep, man. Sleepwalking through life, not knowing what the fuck going on, man.
I know. Now I'm like, wait. I love a Euro man. I do. But like, if I could draft my perfect man, it's giving Australian 6'3", 6'4", dark hair, light eyes, beard.
I think
Funny.
a lot of people's perfect men fit into those categories.
Now, before we get out of here, I got a question for the ladies. Ladies, explain to me the logic. Y'all claim that black men are chasing after the light-skinned women. You got a problem with that, right? I hear you. Now, answer me this. What logic does it make to go reproduce more light-skinned, quote-unquote, mixed-race, exotic women? What sense does it make to go reproduce more of that population? If you claim that it's a negative issue, you claim it's a negative thing that black men are chasing after these women, allegedly, okay? I hear you. So your grand solution to this problem is, I'm gonna go make a bunch of daughters that look exactly like the women down in Santo Domingo in the DR. You're gonna make a bunch of daughters that look exactly like the women down in Brazil, down in Colombia. That's the grand solution? That's the grand solution. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense to y'all. So let me know. Get into the comment section. Explain it to your brother like I'm 5 years old. Explain me the logic. Y'all claim that black men are chasing after the light-skinned women. They don't appreciate the dark-skinned women. So explain to me how reproducing more light-skinned women, like y'all been doing with the white man for the past 5 centuries, explain to me how that solves the issue. Explain to me how that solves the problem. Explain it to me. Because if that's the case, then stop talking about colorism, man. Stop talking about that shit. If you're going to go make a bunch of light-skinned babies, stop talking to me about colorism. Stop talking to me about racism. I don't want to hear no isms. I don't want to hear no isms. I don't want to hear no goddamn isms. Keep them isms to yourself, man. Anyways, it's your boy Neferkari. That's Salim back in the Billy. Yes, indeed. Cash App up on the screen. And I'm gone. Peace.
Reincarnated, I'm back in original fashion. I left on a horse and came back in the ass, and I left with abundance and came back to famine. We used to be pyramids, now we be rapping. Look how the mighty have fallen. Used to be running, now we be walking. When you be cooning, that's when they applauded. Selling your soul, your sons and your daughter. Gotta come up in this shit, they stuck in the mix. Really, my heart to be breaking. That's why I'm stacking that paper and handle my business. Pass it down in generation. Talking about money and power and building a nation. That's a deadly combination. Never be watching the TV, they pushing agendas, falsifying information. Know they got malice intentions. Step in the room and I'm feeling attention. attention. Enemy watching, he blocking my vision. Get for the check, cause I need my redemption. Building my kingdom, I need it protected. Ready for war like a young Money Congo. Never decided the team is the motto. Up in the crib and I'm whipping up waffles. Up in the crib and I'm smoking gelato. I'm chilling, I'm taking my pain and make it ambition. I'm blessed by the gods, but I ain't religious. I came for the power, they came for the bitch. They making no hourly wage, I got business. This shit is an art, and they could never be taught. Selling my soul, I can never be bought. Play with my money, I see you in court. Run to the check and I do it for sport. Babylon falling, I go to the source. Packing my luggage and go overseas. Shorty be with me and she so elite. Shorty be chocolate, I'm calling her Hershey. Secret intelligence probably gon' murk me. Don't fuck with brands, cause nigga I'm Haitian. Say the wrong shit and you're smacking their faces.